Yo, peace, world. Kimon Freeman, React Radio, with some commentary going into Super Tuesday. Apparently, some people are so politically confused that in their desperation to beat Trump, they would support a racist Republican billionaire before a Democratic socialist. Even Trump called Bloomberg a racist. And the one tweet I've ever seen him delete and apologize for, because apparently when one racist calls another racist, that's a problem. That's where the line is. Out of all the tweets, of all the things Trump has ever said, it's the one time he deletes it and apologizes. Bloomberg is trying to buy the 2020 election. The fact that this man hasn't participated in one debate, hasn't even given a full-length interview that I know of since he declared his presidency, is supposed to be the number 3 spot in the Democratic nomination. I mean, this is ridiculous. Now, he claims he inherited Stop-and-Frisk, but it increased 7-fold under his administration. I lived in New York in 2004. I was there. I've seen what Stop-and-Frisk looked like. All right. So let me explain something to you guys for those who do not know. Stop-and-Frisk wasn't just pat down. All right. Imagine walking your kids to school and get slammed against the wall, as Bloomberg says. And they will go into your pants with a flashlight, spread your butt cheeks, cough in front of your kids. On a daily basis, you could be subjected to this. And this went on for a decade. All right? You know, this Stop-and-Frisk, unconstitutional, racist policy continued. And he defended it. He defended it. And if it wasn't for independent media, was it Benjamin Dixon? Shout out to Benjamin Dixon for unearthing this recording that has been online for 5 years. So it wasn't MSNBC. It wasn't CNN. It wasn't NPR. It wasn't even Fox News, who's supposed to have an agenda. It was independent media that brought you this. So citizens wanted crime abatement, but they got apartheid in those target areas. And Bloomberg even went on record to say he's doubled down. He said that white people was disproportionately being stopped too much and minorities not enough. This is your boy Bloomberg, the billionaire. And when Bloomberg was finally forced to apologize for Stop-and-Frisk, racist, unconstitutional Stop-and-Frisk, so he could run for president, Patrick Lynch, no friend of the people, president of the city's Police Benevolent Association, issued a blistering statement. He went on record to say this. Mayor Bloomberg could have saved himself this apology if he had just listened to the police officers on the street, who said in the early 2000s that the quota-drilling emphasis on street stops was polluting the relationship between cops and their communities. His administration's misguided policy inspired an anti-police movement that has made cops the target of hatred and violence and stripped away many of the tools we had used to keep New Yorkers safe. Now, I neglected to mention that over 90% of all these stops resulted in no arrests, which means that 9 out of 10 of these people were innocent. 9 out of 10 was innocent. How do you apologize for that? In 2002, the exonerated five, then known as the Central Park Five, something that Bloomberg and Trump both agreed on, Trump taking out a racist ad calling for the death penalty, Bloomberg's administration filed a lawsuit against the civil case, blocked the civil case for over 10 years. Then once Bloomberg left office, New York City and the Central Park Five, the exonerated five, reached a $41 million settlement after Bloomberg left office. Now, it's been reported that Bloomberg has been endorsed by over 100 mayors across the country. But many of these mayors are small town mayors, all right? Like Mount Rainier, Maryland. For those outside of D.C., Mount Rainier, you can't even call it a town. It's like a couple of blocks. You know, it's like a neighborhood. Mount Rainier, Maryland is weighing in on 2020 election. So I just want y'all to stay woke. How are we going to allow a billionaire to buy the election? How is this happening? Anyone accepting Bloomberg's money in exchange for an endorsement is an intellectual prostitute and should be held accountable. Because Bloomberg can only buy that which is for sale. Hopefully, the 2020 election is not for sale. Do something.